Okay, we will now complete the installation of the recessed wall shelf. We've now completed the full cutout of the opening, created the opening in the wall. The next few steps we have started, and we'll talk through them as we complete the rest of the video. The next step you will need to do is create a floor for the shelf. And this is just a piece of framing 2x4 that we will install at the bottom of the shelf and becomes the resting point of the shelf. It's just cut to the width of the opening and will be attached with screws through the drywall. One tip as you work on this part of the project, before you put your block and floor in, I suggest putting 2 long screws through the drywall below where it will be installed. This just prevents the block from falling into the bottom of the wall cavity. If you have inadvertently let go of it or it falls out of your hand, this will save you a lot of work trying to fish it out the bottom of the wall. So the next step is just to put this into place, and we will just nudge this down into the final position. And you want your floor piece to be flush with the opening that you have cut. We will be setting a piece of drywall or trim on this as a finished piece. So now that the floor of the shelf is in place, we will just attach it with screws. Any drywall screw will work. For this being the floor of the shelf, to add a little bit of strength, we're using a 3.5 inch spiral screw. And we will just screw this into place. And 3 locations for this size shelf is fine. These screws can now be removed because they're no longer necessary. The next step is to install the curved arch piece. We've already started to install it, set it into place. One added thing we will add is we will screw a small block of 2x4 to the top at the center line. This will disappear up into the wall and just become a place to screw and attach the wall to the block. So all we do is slide this into place, keeping the center line and lining the inside of the radius with the cutout that you created. And we will just push this up into place so that it is now flush with this cutout that you have made. And to attach that, we will just use standard drywall screws and screw it in 3 places. We will screw it in at the top where we put the wooden block, and then we will install screws at each side at the bottom of the piece. Okay, the final installation step is to frame in drywall into the remaining cavity. We will be using standard drywall, or you will be using standard drywall. We're using some of our established drywall panels, but standard drywall is what would normally be used here. These have been pre-cut to the sizes we need. We will just set one in place at the bottom, one in place at the side, and then the other one also in place at the side. Now you want these to be flush with the outside edge and establish the corner of the drywall. So you cut them to the full width to come to the outside surface. Then these drywall pieces are just screwed in place as you would typically screw in drywall. Okay, and now we've completed the framing and installation of the recessed wall arch shelf. All that remains to be done is tape and mud the seams like you would any traditional drywall seam, and finish out the plaster work and finish and paint the wall to the desired cut. So you can see you can get a beautiful curved radius recessed wall shelf using simple tools, and can be installed in about an hour's time. Please look for the complete wall arch kit at Modern Curve Solutions, www.moderncurvesolutions.com, and these are also sold on Amazon as the wall arch kit. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to coming back and showing you even greater projects that can help add beautiful design to your home or commercial building. Thank you.